In this video, I'll be showing you how I got the dragon turf skin on all of my farms. Before we continue, I want to talk about the sponsor of this video, the Huawei App Gallery and the Ants Underground Kingdom. The Ants Underground Kingdom is an amazing MMORTS game where you get to have your own ant colony. You can grow this colony by training ants that'll fight by your side. Take them into battle to defeat other colonies and plunder their resources. Now, if you're interested in this game, now is the best time to download it from the Huawei App Gallery because they're currently having a special offer for the following countries. If you click my link in the pinned comment, you'll be able to claim 3 free coupons for this game up to the 31st of January 2024. The first coupon can be claimed only once and can be used for making purchases above 5.99 euros, meaning it doesn't include 5.99 euro purchases. The second one can be claimed daily for purchases over 11.99 euros, and the third one weekly for purchases over 119.99 euros. They're only giving out 800 of these coupons, so claim them as soon as possible to not miss out. After that, follow the steps at the bottom of the page to get your rewards. Using my link also helps support the channel, so be sure to do that. Thank you, and let's get back to the video. Before we begin, I want to give you a brief history about getting turf skins in Mafia City. When they first introduced turf skins, the only way to get them was through the cumulative purchase event. You had to buy a total of 1 million gold during this event to get the skin, which used to cost around $4,000. This is because almost all of the $100 packs used to give you only 25,000 gold. Later, they added packs which gave more than 25,000 gold for $100, which reduced the cost to around $2,500 in the best case scenario. The Dragon Palace skin was one of the oldest skins in the game that was probably added in 2018. It was also my favorite skin at the time and stayed my favorite until they added the Elysian Palace. Now, even though it was my favorite skin, I wasn't willing to spend thousands of dollars to get it. Later on, they sold a few packs that gave you skin fragments directly for $5 to $10. There were the $5 packs that gave you one skin fragment, allowing you to get a new skin for $375, and then there was the $10 pack that gave you 3 skin fragments, which allowed you to get a new turf skin for just $250 if you kept buying these packs. These prices were much lower compared to the old prices of $4,000 and $2,500, but would require consistent purchases over a long period of time to actually get the skin. But then later on they added the season event and the concept of gold and silver cards. These cards could only be obtained from the season event. The silver cards could be obtained from doing various tasks, while the gold ones could be obtained from scoring up to 80,000 personal points. The cards could then be used at the season shop to redeem various items. One of the items you could get from the gold card was a turf skin decoration box, which allowed you to redeem any 1 out of 4 turf skins, including the Dragon Palace. Later on, they added one more new turf skin to this box. Players also had the option to buy skin fragments directly from the shop, which they could use to get a permanent turf skin. For the first time in the game, players were able to get a permanent turf skin for free. Getting 80,000 personal points in a round of the season event would guarantee you 50 gold cards, and the turf skin box cost 120 gold cards to get. So you only needed to get 80,000 personal points for 3 rounds of the season event to get a free permanent turf skin. Getting 80,000 points was quite easy to achieve on main accounts, but it was extremely challenging to do on farms. This is because there were only so many ways you could get personal points in the game. The best methods of getting personal points were through kills, mercenaries, raids, and special events. Getting kills on main accounts was easy because you could just find someone to attack, or you could trade with someone for points. You only needed to trade 20,000 tier 10 troops to get 15,000 personal points each kill event, which wasn't that difficult. However, doing this on farms was quite difficult and time-consuming because you'd first have to find another player who'd be willing to trade with their own farms, and then trade with them once for each of your farms. It was difficult to trade with farm and main accounts because the farm accounts would simply get destroyed by mains. Keep in mind that my farms had less than 100% stats and they were around mansion level 20. The next method was killing mercenaries. Now you need to kill 80 level 4 mercenaries to get 2000 points daily as quickly as possible. You could kill lower levels as well, but that would require more time and energy. Most of my farms only have level 1 or 2 mercenaries unlocked, so that would mean that I would have to attack at least 134 mercenaries per account daily to get 2000 points. The only problem with this is that my farms are so slow that it takes about 2 minutes on an average to reach mercenaries and another 2 minutes to return. So that's 4 minutes of travel time to kill 5 mercenaries. So for 134 mercenaries, it would take 1 hour 48 minutes to kill, and doing this on all 13 of my accounts would only take 23 hours a day, which was clearly not practical. Oh, and I also forgot to mention that my farms cannot one-shot mercenaries, so it would take multiple hits to kill mercenaries, which would double or triple that time. The third way of getting personal points would be through raids. This could be done by making your farms join main account raids to easily get points. However, this method has 2 drawbacks. First, this method alone won't be enough to get you the required 80,000 points. And second, you'd have to cycle through all of your farms every time you set 5 raids so that they can join the raids. This would be extremely time consuming, and in my case I'd have to set 27-minute raids so that all my farms would have enough time to join. This means that I'd be spending almost 2 hours daily just doing raids. And finally, the last method would be to get these points from special events. Every season has their own special event. For example, in the Crude Crisis map, you have the Booby Trap event that gives you season points. On the 7 Seas map, you have the Radar event, and so on. However, doing these events require you to at least be able to kill level 26 Street Forces on the season map, which none of my farms can do, and so this option wasn't possible either. So finally, it seemed like the best option out of all of these was to trade points with someone's farm. At least that was the case until they added the War Drills event. When they first introduced Season 3 or the Season Conquest, it only had the 7 Seas theme, and it came with a special event called the Pirate War Drills. Players could teleport to any of the 4 War Drill zones on the map at any time during the day to score kill points by sending their troops to the center. Once you sent your troops to the center, waves of enemies would start attacking you every minute, and you'd get kill points every time you defeated a wave. The center could also be attacked by other players, so you needed to be alert at all times so as to not get attacked. This was and still is one of the best events for scoring kill points in the game, at least if you were in cities that weren't insanely active. You could easily get the required 50 million kill points for all objective rewards in a day or 2 just by doing the war drills. Now this was the case for most cities, but not for all cities. This is because if you were in an insanely active city, you'd get paired with other insanely active cities, and that would lead to these war drills being swarmed with players. And players sending their troops to the center would get attacked almost immediately, making it impossible for them to score points. Luckily for me, I wasn't in one of these insanely active cities. When they added the war drills, I actually waited for at least a week before testing it out. Finally, after testing it out for the first time, I realized how effective it was and was thinking about doing it with my farm accounts to get the gold cards on them. However, doing so would require a long-term commitment, and I wasn't sure if I'd be able to consistently do kill events on all of my farms continuously for 3 rounds. After I'd stopped spending, I wasn't chasing stats anymore because it would take forever to reach new milestones. Instead, I enjoyed doing things that didn't require additional spending that very few would attempt to do. For example, jumping from Mansion 26 to Elite 6 in 15 minutes. Getting a turf skin on all of my farms also seemed like a similar challenge which would require a lot of time and dedication, so I finally decided I was gonna do it. The plan was simple. Each round has 4 kill events, and you can get up to 15,000 personal points per kill event if you score 200,000 kill points. This means that I'd be able to get 60,000 personal points just from the kill events, but that would mean I'd still have to find a way to get an extra 20,000 points to make it to 80,000. This could easily be done by getting the first 6 objective rewards for getting 2 million kill points, which would give me 19,500 season points in total. For the remaining 500 points, I could get them from the War Drill's kill rankings or from raids. So in total, it would take me about 1 hour per kill event to cycle through all of my farms. Getting 200,000 points for the kill event from the War Drills was actually quite easy. I could get 190,000 points from the first wave and 230,000 points from the second wave, giving me a total of 420,000 kill points. So in just 2 waves, I'd get my 15,000 season points from the kill event. Doing this for all 4 kill events would give me almost 1.7 million kill points, which meant I'd be around 300,000 points away from the 2 million objective. So to get there, all I would need to do was the first 2 waves of the War Drills one more time when it wasn't the kill event. This would give me just enough points to reach the objective rewards, and I probably would also get a rank on my farms, since not many people do the War Drills event outside of the kill event, especially if you're not in an extremely active city. So in total, every time I do the War Drills, it would take me about 1 hour to cycle through all of my 13 farms, and since I do the War Drills 5 times, that would be a total time investment of 5 hours during the entire season event. The first time I did this, I got a lot of silver cards along with gold cards. My farms were only VIP 10 back then, so I decided to redeem all the VIP points to try to get them to SVIP 6. I wanted SVIP 6 so I could switch to battle mode for free while doing the War Drills so that I could reduce my losses. I managed to get them to about SVIP 4 or 5 with all the VIP points that I got from the first round, and by the time I was doing the second round, all of my farms were SVIP 6. This made doing the War Drills a lot easier because I wasn't losing a lot of troops every time, and I was able to avoid spending a lot of time retraining troops. After getting enough VIP points, I also got a lot of advanced teleports on my farms. This let me easily port to the War Drill zones whenever I want, and also port out quickly without losing any troops if I was getting attacked in the center. You can get 100 advanced teleports for 10,000 silver cards, which seems like a pretty good deal to me, especially for farm accounts. Round 3 went smoother than round 1 and round 2 because at this point, I had already done this quite a lot, and finally, on the 2nd of January 2024, I did it. I ported my farms to the center one by one and started doing the drills on them. Immediately after finishing the first 2 waves of the drills, I would get the dragon skin on them and equip it right away. And at the end, all of my 13 farms had the dragon skin on them. So that's the story of how I got the dragon skin on all of my 13 farm accounts. Be sure to download the Ants Underground Kingdom from the Huawei App Gallery by clicking the link in the description and the pinned comment down below. Before I end this video, I'd like to thank all of my patrons for the support. Thanks for watching the video, guys, and I will see y'all in the next one.